Today I want to show you all of my personal palmstones. Now I love palmstones. There's just something about them. They just feel so good and so smooth in your hand. So let's talk about them. First up, we have a gorgeous clear quartz palmstone with some pretty epic rainbows, if I say so myself. It's pretty big for a palmstone, but it totally counts. Next up, some Labradorite. I have several in here because it is one of my favorite crystals. I love this one because it looks like a heart to me right here, and that has a totally different flash when you rotate it. Now I've had lots of people comment on this particular piece saying it makes them feel some sort of way, so let me know if you have that experience as well. Here is another Labradorite. This one is an incredible purple, and it also is red. Very beautiful piece. I love it. Here's another Labradorite. It's special because it has these straight lines in it. It's hard to find labs with this pattern. And that's what a lot of crystal people call Labradorite. Instead of saying Labradorite all the time, lab. Here's the last Labradorite I'm going to show today. And Labradorite is just one of my favorite because it flashes colors. It's called labradorescence, and the color is not inside of the crystal. It's just the way white light plays and reflects back inside of Labradorite. Since we talked about Labradorite, we have to talk about its cousin, which is Moonstone. Now, Moonstone is also in the feldspar family, just like Labradorite, but it combines two different varieties of feldspar, which is albite and orthoclase. And it has this color flashback effect just like Labradorite. Now there are so many different varieties of moonstone. The rainbow moonstone, like this one with all the colors, only comes from India, but I have two different varieties of moonstone I'm going to show you. This one is called Garnerite, and it's basically green moonstone. And the reason it's green is because it has the presence of nickel inside of the orthoclase. And it has this awesome flash. Not all pieces will flash, but this one is amazing. And this is also in the Moonstone family. This is called Peach Moonstone. And it has another awesome blinding flash. Okay, now another one that looks like Labradorite, but it's actually not, is this one. This is called Larvikite. It's found in Norway. And this one has this incredible blue flash. Not all of them have this. A lot of them have this silver flash area, like the backside. But the reason I was drawn to this one was because of this incredible blue flash. That is very uncommon and special. So I love this piece. This beautiful pastel crystal is called Ocean Jasper. I really like, it comes in many different colors, but I really liked the pastel purples and pinks in this one. This is called Larimar. It only comes from the Dominican Republic. It's the only place it is found and mined. It really mimics the ocean. I believe I have a video all about Larimar, just a 60-second one, because I'm used to the TikTok format of quick information in 60 seconds. It's also called Dolphin Stone and sometimes the Atlantis Stone. It literally looks like a bird's eye view of the ocean. I love Larimar. There is a beautiful combination stone of iolite and sunstone with these glittery hematite platelets. So cool. So the orange is sunstone and the blue is iolite. And the sparkles are incredible. This one is definitely a super special piece because it is so sparkly. They normally, if they have sparkle, they're a little bit more subtle, which is why I was drawn to this one because it is so, so special. Here's a closer look at those sparkles. This is fluorite with just the most incredible layers. Very sharp, defined layers. And this really bright blue. Now, normally when you're buying fluorite online, it'll be backlit so you can see all the colors. So you have to keep in mind that when you are holding it, it doesn't look like that. Now that doesn't bother me, but some people use it as a way to sell, and people will get it in person and be disappointed that it doesn't look like that all the time. So that is the caution that I have with fluorite when it's backlit. You can even ask a seller, hey, can you show me what it looks like not backlit? And if they're not willing to do that, you know, maybe buy from somewhere else, or, you know, risk it, buy in person maybe. But yeah, if I could find more of these with the sharp layers, I would totally bring them to my crystal shop. This amethyst palmstone is one of my top 10 favorite pieces in my collection because it has a fluid inclusion. Do you see the bubble? That bubble has been there since the crystal was forming and is trapped inside. So special. And these are really deep amethyst phantoms on both sides. Extremely beautiful. The original stone comes from Madagascar. There you can really see the bubble moving. It's called a fluid inclusion. Some people call it anhydrose. But there you go. One of my top 10 is another fluorite, and I love it because it has this epic rainbow. Rainbows and crystals are so magical to me. It's caused from a fracture inside of the crystal. It's just so beautiful. So I mean, technically it's a flaw, but it's the most beautiful flaw ever. And there's great symbolism in that, you know, that sometimes flaws are beautiful. This is a super beautiful rose quartz. It's pinker in person. It's hard to capture rose quartz on video. I have tried. And this one has an asterism, which that white line going across is an asterism, and it comes together to make a star. Now, what makes an asterism is microscopic silver rutile. I think I have a video on that. If I need to make another one, I will do that. But not all rose quartz will have an asterism, only the really high quality pieces. This is called rhodochrosite. It's very shimmery, very delicate and lacy pink. It's so feminine, you know? This is polished stilbite. You don't often see it polished because it is so soft, it just breaks apart. It's a very delicate process. I love how shimmery and feathery it looks. It's also kind of lightweight. And I believe it comes from India. This is called blue scheelite. The best pieces come from Turkey, and I believe that's where this one comes from. And it's actually a combination stone. I can't remember the 3 different minerals. I know scheelite is one of them, and so is onyx. And maybe, oh, no, I don't even want to venture a guess because I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. But this particular one is meant to go under your pillow and assist with dreaming. And I actually find that to be true. That's where I keep this. Very calming, soothing stone. This is amethyst with an epic rainbow. I feel like I say epic a lot. I am so drawn to crystals that have rainbows. And this one is just incredible. I love this piece. One of my favorite palmstones. This is called astrophyllite. It comes from Russia. And although it's not perfectly smooth like palmstones are, I put it in the palmstone collection because it's really hard to get this perfectly smooth just because that's the way it is. These blades, as they call them, are very, very delicate. They're very foily. I could probably peel them off, but I would never do that. So it's a very, very soft mineral. But oh, I am just drawn to the sparkle. Very beautiful crystal. Don't you think? This is called kunzite, and again, it's not a traditional palmstone shape, but I put it here because it is polished. This is not in its raw form, but I just love it. I love the way it feels in my hand, even though it's not the traditional oval shape. And it's so flashy. There's some rainbows, very glowy on the ends. Here's another crystal with an asterism. This is a polished piece of garnet, and it's very dense, very heavy. It just reminds me of the galaxy. Oh, see, there's two lines come together. It's so sparkly. Does it remind you of the night sky with sparkly stars? It also will glow kind of red when it's backlit. This crystal is called pneumite, and it is on the rare, uncommon side. I can't remember where it comes from though. Oh gosh. It's either Greenland or Iceland. It's one of those. It's a very, very old crystal. Oftentimes, though, people will sell Larvikite, which I showed Larvikite earlier, and mark it as pneumite, but it's not. So you have to be really careful if this is a crystal that you want to look into. And it's also very hard to find pieces much bigger than this one. This is genuine amber from Indonesia. It's very lightweight. That surprised me the first time I held it. I do have a video on amber and how you can detect if they are fake or authentic, which includes a blue light test, because this will glow bright blue with a, well, more like a periwinkle purple color with a black light. And then there's also the saltwater test, but I caution against that because I did do it with this one because amber will float in salt water, but it can permanently damage your crystal, and this one will forever be sticky feeling. Wish you could feel it. It like etched it or something. I'm not really sure. But I caution against using that unless it's a last resort. At daylight. This is called blue lace agate. And it comes from South Africa. And it's, again, not a traditional palmstone shape, but it has a lovely hand feel. It's more like a wand shape. But anyway, blue lace agate is a very soothing, calming stone. So, so beautiful. This one is a very light smoky quartz. It has that beautiful rainbow right there. And it has a fluid inclusion. It's so beautiful. That water is trapped in there unless this quartz were broken. But it will always stay trapped in there. It's been in there for however long this crystal has been. It's called hypersthene. It's somewhat new to me, so I haven't figured it all out. It does remind me of Labradorite, but it is a little bit lighter weight, and it flashes a lot differently. And I don't know the cause of the flash. It may not be the same as the labradorescence inside Labradorite. So I've got a lot to learn. I don't know everything. I'm constantly learning. There's so much to know. It's so foily to me. Doesn't it kind of look like foil? This is pink scheelite, and it reminds me of flowers. Very summery vibes from this. I think it's just beautiful, And if you know what scheelite looks like, it's crazy that they polished that because it's very spiky. If I had one, I would show you, but I do not. And I'm losing sunshine. I promise I'll get better at this. This is a polished pink and yellow tourmaline. You don't often see it polished. So I was pretty excited when I saw it, and it has all these little rainbows. This is called blue chalcedony, and it is in the quartz family. It's a very soothing stone, maybe one of the most soothing stones that I have. Normally it does have some discoloration or matrix, but this one is just very, very pure. Oh, and it's polished to perfection. It's so smooth. This is the last one. You've made it. This is purple anhydrite, which this is my newest crystal, and I'm still getting to know it. I don't know all the details, but it is said to be a purple variety of selenite. Very flashy, full of rainbows. And I've actually heard that this material is mined out. I don't know if that's true. It's just something I've heard. It's something we can look up together. I don't see it very often, so I don't have all the info on it, but it sure is beautiful and it feels good. It's kind of lightweight compared to some of the other ones. So there you go. All right, that was all of them. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will continue to show some crystals in my collection. Bye.